Hello, everyone.
Oh, howdy.
Welcome back to Adastra.
You might be wondering why I called you all here today.
Right? Drink your alcohol.
I wasn't expecting to, feel it, really. Because I had some earlier today, and it didn't bother me at all.
Uh-huh. Are you going to collapse during the recording?
I'm not going to collapse. I'm just feeling a little loose. Who knows what I might say.
Wow, okay.
You know, my debauchery knows no bounds.
Right?
Oh, I guess I should read, huh? Marco.
I crack open my eyes, seeing the big silhouette of Amicus in the dimmed lighting of the bedroom.
Good morning.
I smile and reach out my hand, expecting the usual hug and kiss before he's off for the day. Instead, though, he sits on the bed next to me, running a paw through my hair gently, and pushing it back away from my forehead.
Your fur is a mess.
I mean, I just woke up.
It's cute.
Amicus continues to brush his fingers and claws through the air. Did you get it?
I don't know. I might have missed it.
Oh, okay. I watch him for a moment, a bit confused. You alright?
Very much so.
I look over at the curtains, seeing the soft light of dawn creeping around the edges. Don't you have to go to the city?
Nope.
Okay, so do you have the day off? You're acting a little odd.
Haha, so you don't know.
Know what? An irrational part of me begins to wonder if the 9 months is already up, even though the last time I calculated it out, I still had 4 months left.
I'm honestly glad you don't. I was hoping to surprise you.
I close my eyes in only the slightest amount of frustration. Amicus, please just tell me. You know I don't like... I hear rustling from the wolf in front of me, and I open my eyes to the sight of a bouquet of flowers being held out to me. Like last time, it's dominated by lavender, and it smells surround me. A smell that my brain has exclusively tied to my wolf. Meanwhile, white and pink flowers along the edges complement the purple. I stare at the surprise, unsure of what to say or think. Yes.
Hey, you got there. The same thing. Same thing.
This happens a lot. I don't...
Yeah.
I'm just...
They just move around. The words don't like to stay still.
They really don't.
It's true. It's true.
Moving around and shit. They're like Shadow Chase.
Doing the yoinky sploinky
Doing
out
yoinky
here.
and splinky. Just looks creeping
Just
in different
sliding
places.
across.
Yeah.
Man, I miss Echo.
You're not just rewatching it as it's being re-uploaded?
I mean, I guess I could, but it's... Like, I
would
would
want to relive old memories.
I would peek into the episodes after they came out to look at the comments, and if I remembered a funny thing that we talked about, I would listen to the clip. But
yeah.
I don't know. It feels kind of weird to listen to a whole episode of us talking, I guess.
Yeah. I hear that we read for the majority of Leo's route specifically, where there's a lot less podcast.
Yeah.
And it's mostly us just reading, and then Jenna's route happens.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It might just, we were getting started. We were reading,
Yeah.
we were being professional, and also, I didn't have the energy to banter. I was very tired.
Oh, we would always record those really late at night, and it'd be 3 hours.
3 hours.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure a lot of them we weren't done until 1.
Yeah, one of them it was 4 a.m. when we finished recording.
What was my work schedule like? How could I do that?
You didn't have work the next day.
That would be the only way that I could do that.
Yeah.
Easily the only way.
It was back when you had Thursday and Friday off because we were recording them on Thursdays.
Yeah, that was my schedule, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What a fucked up schedule.
That was weird.
Yeah, that job sucked.
There's a bit where you moved to us recording on Saturdays because you had just weekends off. So, yeah. That one was weirder because it was harder to get food on Saturdays.
Which is weird.
Because everywhere was packed, and it was hard, and even, ordering would always take a lot longer. While on, when we get it on Thursday nights, that's just normal, dinner.
Yeah, because
things,
because when we were doing Thursday and Friday, those were the days I was off. And then when I got my new job, I was in training, which was Monday through Friday. So I could only do Saturday and Sunday. And now my schedule is how it is, which is why we record on Friday.
No, a peek behind the curtain, as it were.
Ooh, wow.
Right? Amicus fills the silence.
Happy Lover's Day, Marco. Lover's Day?
Lover's
that's
Day.
Cute.
Are there, like, holidays for the other major arcanas? Is there a Hierophant Day?
Is there a Happy Joker Day?
No.
Do they all dress up like Joker?
Are they all red-pilled and Joker-fied?
You just see like 80 Joaquin Phoenix Joker wolves walking around. Oh boy, what a day. And some of the girls get creative and just dress up as Harley.
Right. Okay, unironically, I know that people never praise this design of Harley Quinn. 2008's Batman Brave and the Bold has probably the second best Harley design.
Which ones does her look like?
Oh, no, look it up. Like, no, actually, like the Batman Brave and the Bold Harley Quinn design.
I mean, I've probably seen it, I just don't remember it.
Because remember, it's a Silver Age, like, thing. But Harley didn't exist during the Silver Age, so they gave her a completely unique design that is only in that series.
Oh, is it this one?
Yeah.
Yo.
Unironically, like, the second best design for Harley ever made.
Absolutely.
Because it's like, how do we adapt Harley
amazing.
Quinn for the Silver Age?
Nils, are you awake?
No. Oh my god, don't bother him.
Nils, are you awake? Shit. I'll have to show him tomorrow. Because Harley's been his muse lately. And I don't know if he's ever seen this Harley.
Yeah, it's cool.
God, it's really good.
She's only in the one episode.
Oh, that's so sad. And I like this where you like see like her color, kind of.
Yeah.
Oh man. Damn. But I mean, you know.
It's actually just a cool idea.
But you know, BTOS, always, you know, peak Harley, I think.
Right.
Classic Dini, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Classic. And that's the Batman.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. The wolf continues to hold out the bouquet insistently. So I finally reach out and take it, noticing that it looks much nicer this time. This time versus Amicus's first bouquet. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
I sit there holding the bouquet awkwardly for a few seconds, noticing the stems dripping slightly on the blanket. So I hold them out over the edge. So is this some kind of Adastran holiday?
Indeed, to celebrate those who you love and cherish. And for me, that is you, Marco. I love you.
Though I'm still feeling a bit dazed and the unexpectedness of it all, I manage to smile. You too, Amicus. I kind of wish I'd known. I didn't get anything for you. Amicus waves his paw dismissively.
The flowers are simply a human touch that I knew you'd appreciate. Besides, this isn't a gift-giving occasion. It's a go out and enjoy yourself occasion.
Amicus stands suddenly, reaching out his paw to me.
Come, I have an entire day planned out, just you and I. No triumvirs, diplomats, or advisors to bother us.
I take his paw, smiling, as I realize how this has seemingly come just in time for me. I've been feeling so lonely and bored in the palace. This is exactly what I needed. I hold the bouquet the flowers to my chest, smelling them, not caring anymore that they're all wet. What do you have planned?
Ah, that's also a surprise. I'd like to leave in the next few minutes, though, so get dressed and don't worry about showering.
What? Alright. Oh my god. He's just always a stinky boy. I move towards the dresser to grab my robes, but as I'm doing so, there's a loud knock on the door. Amicus's cheery mood drops the moment as he lets out a frustrated sigh.
Calm, who's at my door?
Nephidu is at your bedroom door, Amicus. Amicus closes his eyes for a second, then opens them again, smiling at me.
One moment. Probably just wants to wish us a good Lover's Day. Or something.
Amicus strides over to the door, while I quickly pull out a clean robe, pulling it over my body as the door opens.
Neferu, did you need something? Hello, Amicus. Ahotep be with you, Marco.
Neferu pokes his head around Amicus's bulk, which the wolf is clearly trying to use to shield me from view, even though I'm already in the process of tying my robe on. Ahotep be with you. I mumble back, and nodding to the jackal's direction.
What was it you needed? Well, you are needed by the council. The Chemian ambassador and vizier arrived an hour ago, and they requested we begin our meeting at once. What? No!
Amicus lets out a groan of frustration, leaning his head back and tilting his muzzle toward the ceiling.
Didn't Com notify you? I've been waiting in the carriage for 15 minutes. Virginia is already there.
Neferu leans sideways, slightly to look at me again.
Am I interrupting something? It's Lover's Day. I cleared my schedule weeks in advance for this. Oh, is it? Well, I suppose I would have no reason to know, eh?
Neferu winks.
Anyway, you know how poorly schedules match up when the stretch drive is used. Simply bad luck. Bad luck indeed.
All the while, I feel the slight sinking sensation of disappointment. I can't really say I've been looking forward to this, considering I didn't even know it was a thing, but in the couple of minutes I knew about it, I was really looking forward to it. Amicus turns then. Gaze softening as he spots me standing in my disheveled, half-tied-on robe.
I
shrug in what I hope looks like a nonchalant manner. It's alright, I understand. We can do something any other time.
Marco.
I suppose I'm not doing a very good job of not looking just a little upset. I mean, I'm happy with just this. I pick up the bouquet of flowers I set on the dresser, inhaling the scent again. The fact that you did all of this in the first place means a lot to me. Amicus goes on frowning at me, clearly not buying it. Then he snarls.
Fuck!
Fuck!
Fuck this.
Neferu raises a brow.
Poor language for an emperor, Amicus.
Amicus ignores the jackal, keeping his eye on me.
This is the only meeting I'll have all day. It shouldn't last too long, and then we'll still be able to do most of what I planned. I wouldn't plan on that. This is a very important... I know oh, he's not Not but Ja. I know Neferu, but it won't last all day. Anyway, Marco, come with me. That way, as soon as the meeting is finished, we can immediately go to our private dinner. You're bringing Marco? Didn't you say we should be keeping his profile low? It's Lover's Day. No one will be in the university.
Oh god, the cat.
Hi, Ash.
Oh, the cat.
Hello.
Oh no.
My subway.
I raise my hands. I don't want to cause any problems. I can just wait for you here.
You are causing no problems.
No, you are causing problems.
You will be accompanying me to the city. As my lover, you should be at my side during Lover's Day. If you so choose.
At this point, everything sounds better than staying in the palace, so the decision is pretty easy. Alright, yeah, let's go. Amicus looks somewhat relieved, letting out a breath before reaching out to take my hand, walking us out into the hallway. Yeah, the hallway, while Neferu follows behind.
Wearing just a robe.
Yep.
I promise it will be quick, and I'm sorry. Sometimes it's just hard to...
Amicus seems to struggle to find his words. I understand. You're the Emperor. Besides, it's not fair for me to be upset because my boyfriend is spending more time on his emperor duties than me.
I would understand if you were.
Oh, Cactal. The other Cactal.
She going up there.
Yep. I just hope it won't be like this forever.
It won't be. We're simply at a turning point in Adastran history. When you return, and when everything settles, we will have much more time to ourselves.
My stomach lurches slightly at being reminded that I have my own job to do, one that I'm not looking forward to. I glance back at Nephidou, wondering if he should be hearing any of this, but the jackal seems to not be paying attention to anything. His expression distant. No, excuse me. As his lips move. Silently. It looks like he's reciting something. I look forward again, leaning against Amicus as we head outside toward the carriage. I already start feeling a lot better as our mechanical carriage creaks through the forest. The peaceful, eerie green, calming any irritation I might have felt with the whole situation. Amicus has me pulled against his right side, fitting me to the familiar way as I rest my head against his shoulder. To Amicus's left, Nephidou sits with his legs crossed, an elbow on his knee, and his chin in his paw. I notice Nephidou and Amicus not paying attention not attempting to make conversation with each other, not even glancing at one another. I think it's pretty clear at this point that Amicus and Nephidou just don't really mesh well. Their personalities too different. Which I guess is fine, as long as they're not fighting anymore. Okay, Cactal.
Sense something.
Nephidou seems to have stopped his silent chanting, so I take the opportunity to ask him a question, leaning forward to look around Amicus's front. So what's going on with this Chemian ambassador and the other thing you mentioned? If you can tell me, that is. The jackal glances at me before shifting into a position that more directly faces me.
The vizier. He's the highest official serving under the pharaoh. As for the ambassador, Adastra hasn't had a Chemian ambassador since the war.
Amicus grunts.
I'll point out that Chemia was the first to expel the ambassador.
Nephidou maintains a straight face.
And we are the first to re-establish one. As it should go.
Well, that's good. I talk a little louder than usual, trying to stop any argument before it can happen. So, are they going to help establish an alliance?
Yes, along with smoothing over Adastra-Chemia relations in general. The ambassador will be here for the long term. The vizier...
Amicus glances at Nephidou, but the jackal simply leans back, looking out at the forest again.
The vizier will depart back to Chemia within a week, which is why negotiations must begin at once.
And you said this is taking place at a university.
Yes, there are a few Chemia experts there, and I suppose Chemians find places of learning more comfortable to negotiate in.
Amicus glances at Nephidou for confirmation.
I believe it has more to do with Adastran academia being a more friendly entity compared to the political departments or palace.
Amicus smirks.
Indeed, the last bastion of Chemia files.
Nephidou rolls his eyes before they settle on me again.
Oh, and remember our conversation about the other? This university is famous for supposedly being absolutely infested.
I raise an eyebrow.
Are we going to go to a haunted university?
I hope so.
Are we going to do more with the other subplot?
Oh my god. It's gonna... Ghost Adventures.
Ghost Adventures with Marco, Amicus, and...
Oh my god.
And Nephidou. Ghost Adventures. It's just going to be Ghost Adventures. I have a funny TikTok to show you about that also. Oh my god. It's only very loosely related to it.
Okay. So it's haunted. Amicus frowns.
Are you serious? Have you been filling his head with the ghost stories of students, Nephidou? I have.
Don't worry, I don't really believe it. I lean back against Amicus. deciding that we can't really have a conversation with the two canines butting heads. The university is in a secluded area outside the city, mostly surrounded by forest. The gardens and paths are well taken care of, and it reminds me of a more classical-looking version of the palace. Amicus was right. I don't see a single person on the campus. Our carriage rides up the main path to the largest-looking building, that's front and center. We park in front of the building and next to a few small aircrafts before getting out and heading inside.
Ooh, a new background.
Background, what?
Yo.
Okay.
More statues, more windows. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
For a moment, I'm in awe at the size of the architecture surrounding me, especially the amount of sculptures spread throughout the halls. Amicus immediately begins talking to me, though.
Go ahead and make yourself comfortable. There should be screens in most of the rooms, and down those stairs, you can find some games of amusement.
Amicus? Amicus jerks his head away from me, looking up at Virginia's familiar voice in a very familiar tone echoes around the marble hallways.
Gods.
Oh no, the sister. Amicus mumbles under his breath as Virginia, her face a mask of fury, approaches.
Certainly a mask of furry. She is covered in fur.
Yeah, she is. She spares me a glance for a single second before focusing back on Amicus. You are an hour late.
Am I?
Yes, I've tolerated your tardiness since you were a child, but you've kept the vizier waiting. How could you? The wolf whisper screams through her teeth, eyes practically bulging from her head. I've never seen Virginia so angry before.
Have we seen this portrait of hers before?
We've
with her
seen
teeth bared?
I think we've seen her a bit angy.
I don't remember it very much.
I don't know.
That's good, though. She angy.
Yeah, right? Amicus shifts uncomfortably.
Well, it's a holiday, so I disabled notifications.
Are you joking? Emperors do not get holidays, ever.
Emperors do what the fuck they want, though.
No.
Well, consider it strategic. Oh my god.
What?
I am simply letting him know who holds the power here. It will be an advantageous start to our negotiations.
Virginia looks at her brother with borderline disgust.
Shh.
Well, at least you can make even the most extreme stupidity sound not quite so stupid. I hope you're not planning on bringing your mate in. For a second, I don't realize that she's referring to me.
Of course not. He's waiting out here.
Virginia looks at me again. My apologies. I hope my brother learns to treat you with more respect in the future. If not, then I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding someone better.
Damn. What? If you're so worried about wasting time, why are we doing just that?
Teacher Veteris? I guess Veteris.
Okay.
Is entertaining them on a tour. You'd better think of a good excuse before they return. Actually, just pretend it didn't happen.
Oh? That sounds like something you wouldn't want me to do.
Chemians are different. I suggest you try to trick them. Let's go in for now. I think I hear them. Sure enough, I hear echoing voices up the hallways. Amicus turns to me, giving me a quick hug, again reassuring me that he won't be long before following Virginia up the hall and disappearing behind a single door. Nephew, who I had completely forgotten about, walks past me, heading for the room as well. I frown, noting the dull... Okay. Noting the dull look on his face, the one he'd been wearing since the carriage ride. Okay, we'll go for till the end of this scene.
Till the end of this scene.
Yeah.
Good.
You alright? I ask him just as he passes me. He glances towards me.
Of course.
He doesn't even make an effort to make it look like that's the case before walking through the door as well. The voice gets closer, yes, coming from a bend in the hallway up ahead. Not really wanting to be seen, I move back towards the sculptures, hiding myself amongst them. Technically, all of Adastra City knows who I am, my face having been shown on the giant screens in the city on loop for months. Still, I'm odd enough that I feel like it would just cause more trouble than it would be worth if I'm seen. So I peer around a statue wolf's waist, feeling like a stalker as I watch the small crowd approaching the door that Amicus and Virginia and Nephidu walked through. A very short, old wolf leads the way, followed by only the second jackal I've seen in person. He's taller and thinner than Nephidu, and there's an icy cold expression on his face. I imagine him to be the vizier, and next to him walks a rather broad-shouldered creature that vaguely looks like a wolverine. His clothing and the paint on his fur is definitely Chemian, so I assume him to be the ambassador.
Are we gonna get to see them or what?
No.
Damn it.
I'm assuming no. That's just assumption.
I would believe you, though. I would believe that we don't get to see them.
Right? Finally, a younger wolf brings up the rear, one that has longer fur on his neck, which he's.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, which he
a little teeny typo, but that's not so bad.
Or it's purposeful.
He's.
Yeah, he's style into a braid.
Shut up.
What? He's.
My pronouns, he's.
I am he and he's, nothing else.
Nothing else. Will you go give that to he? Oh, thanks.
God, that would be awkward.
Be pretty great.
I would get so tongue-tied. I just would not be able to do it. I've heard about wolves with manes at some point in my studies, a trait that has been cultivated among Adastra's more influential families, a status symbol of the elite. The braided wolf starts to look in my direction, and that's when I pull back quickly, hiding myself behind the marble and waiting until I hear the door slide shut again. I'm left alone, standing among the quiet, spotless marble of the expansive university. At first, I sit on a bench, quietly taking in the architecture, thinking about how cool it would be if I could come here to study instead.
Maybe you can.
Right? It's basically Great Nature University, right? Now I know that this is the most prestigious university in Adastra, having seen the big name carved into the face of the building on the way in. Varro's?
Probably.
Varro's University.
I think so.
Or just Varro. Only the smartest young wolves study here, along with wolves from the richest families in Adastra. However, from the handful of times that it comes up in Calm's ramblings, it sounded like it was one of the most progressive places on the moon.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of the first elite universities to allow women to study inside the school, which happened just last year.
Oh my god.
It's very progressive. They just got it implemented. Or rather than having to sit in a separate, cheaper building on the outskirts of the campus. Look, we just watched a movie about this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
about
we watched zombies.
I think that had a little bit less to do with gender segregation and more just
what is general segregation?
Well, yeah. Fair enough. Segregation bad.
Yeah. Is it?
I mean, I think so.
Or are we just segregating the Joker-fied individuals?
Oh my god. Segregate the fucking red pills.
Yeah.
Let them be red-pilled together.
Red-pilled and Joker-fied.
Red-pilled and Joker-fied.
Everyone loves it.
Oh my god. Ridiculous.
It was one of the first. Yeah, that was cheap route. Yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot. There was just 50 years ago, finally allowed under the rule of Amicus's father. Eventually, I grow bored with just sitting there and start to walk around looking at the sculptures and plaques.
Yep, that's how you spell it. That's it. That's
Okay.
the word. You got there. Got it in one.
Right.
Fuck yeah. Good job.
Wait.
What?
So why is this plaques, but then placard is spelled like placeard?
Well, you see.
No, I want a real explanation. Because I know this is placard. So you see why I'm confused when I look at placeard.
You see.
I'm not crazy.
A plaque, like this kind of plaque, is the kind that, like, you know, usually embedded into a wall or something. A nice plaque, it's pretty. A placard is, like, usually a movable,
yeah, but it's
tiny little
still
thing.
just like a nameplate, essentially.
Essentially, yeah.
So, like, why is this plaque? And then placard is spelled placeard.
And how do you spell plaque, like the stuff that gets on your teeth?
I think that's also with a Q.
Is it just plaque? Yeah, there's dental plaque. Well, hold on. What's let's see what definition. Plaque, an ornamental tablet, typically of metal, porcelain, or wood, that is fixed to a wall or other surface in commemoration of a person or event.
Yes.
So,
but you see why it fucks me up.
I see why it fucks you up. Let's look up the definition for placard.
Yeah, placeard.
A poster or sign for public display, either fixed to a wall or carried during a demonstration. So a placard specifically is for in memoriam of something.
Yes. But they are similar.
They are.
They have similar functions.
They're similar functions,
So, but
different enough functions that they constitute two different names.
Yes, I'm fine with that. But there should just be an "ard" at the end of this word. Why is it placeard?
They had the two things are different enough that they constituted different spellings.
No. No. It's wrong.
Or is it so right?
No. Like, placard should be spelled like plaque with an "ard." It shouldn't be placeard.
I mean, if you say so.
It makes it confusing to read. I'm not crazy about this.
I know. It's just one
About this specifically.
It's just one of those things.
I will die on this hill. I will die on it.
Oh, then buckle in, buddy.
Oh my god.
The English language ain't gonna change just because you don't like it.
I'm going to study language. I'm gonna go to school. I'll become a linguist.
Please do.
Just to get...
Shape the future of the English language, Josh. Please. I want to see what you're gonna fuck us up.
Oh my god. Okay, we'll end the part here, everyone. We'll see you around. I hope you have a lovely morning, afternoon, evening, or night.
Oh wow. Covered all your bases.
Right?